Senator Godswill Akpabio is the most useless politician, useless Senate president that this country has ever produced. Very shameless man. Yes, and he's the most hated because of my very. They go hate you now. Very useless. No, but if you show me that, I say if you go this guy local government, nobody like him. They know as they take the win election, they go. Very useless human being. Oh yes, let me talk. Make una see what in boys they do now. After they don't come accuse and say, you won't knock person wife inside Senate because you fair. Fine. They call the woman princess of the Senate. You want use that style enter the woman. You want use that style that style collect another person this thing honey pot. You don't go organize the boys. Somebody they call they give a press release. They talk rubbish yahoo. But now help me watch this video. We'll come back and let us discuss. I'm gonna watch.
Nigerians already know that it's almost certain to hear allegations of sexual harassment from women whenever they disagree with men. We want this gender intimidation to end now so that sanity can take a toll. Nigerians have seen the unfortunate outburst of Senator Natasha over a simple matter of seat allocation occasioned by the defection of some senators in the red chamber of the National Assembly. It is unconscionable that our dear Senator Natasha would refuse to abide by a simple Senate rule that every senator is bound to respect, thereby breaking the rule and going a step further to try to blackmail the man vested with the powers to correct her and protect the rules of the Senate. It is for this reason that the Nigerian ambassadors for gender tranquility has decided to stand with the Senate President, Senator Godswill Akpabio, and to say to Natasha that you can do better than this. Another allegation of neglect in the Senate leveled against Senator Akpabio by Senator Natasha has been punctured on national television by Senator Ereti Kingibe, who made it clear that of all the women senators, Senator Natasha enjoys the most privileges. This clearly makes it hard for Nigerians to believe the things that Senator Natasha says to dent the image of the Senate President. In view of the above, we are making the following demands. One, that Senator Natasha withdraws her spurious allegations against the person of the Senate President, Senator Godswill Akpabio, or face the wrath of all well-meaning Nigerians. Two, having grossly violated the rules of the Senate and further desecrated the seat of the Senate President, we demand that she be suspended from the Senate until she retracts her allegations and tenders an unreserved apology to the Senate President.
You watch him, you see him, you hear him. Now let me say this. If your papa follow for those people who did there, suppose they shame for your papa. Your papa is not papa enough. He's not man enough. Yes, I am of the I understand it that women they always like use he made advances. He won't knock me. They always use and pull men down. But in this case, the woman in question, if they call time, they call name people where they are available. The husband the day. If they call him, go and listen to what this woman said. Go and watch the video. It's somewhere in this channel. Go down, you see it and watch. Or maybe I will pin it in my comments so that you watch it there. You follow the link and watch it. Go and watch it and see what happened. You will hear this one not be say if person they lie, you go know. If they talk away, it take happen. As it take happen, who they present. The time where all the calls happen. Who call about your advice about as everything they don't know if fabricate that one. Maybe Akpabio can't defend himself. He send the wife. That one can't dey talk. Hey, you cannot pick up a behavior at old age. Okay, you don't know say your husband dey knack people wife. You don't know. You don't know. Sorry for not knowing. If they defend who you don't know. Yeah, I've been married for something 30 something years, 50. Madam, you are supposed to even be ashamed that you don't know your husband. All this while you don't know your husband. Now only Natasha they accuse and say you want nakam. But I remember that NDDC woman when Akpabio was chairman NDDC. That woman we say he slap Akpabio because he want nakam. Now married woman too. I mean not married woman. Why the wife? Why this Akpabio wife not come at that time come talk? Say, hey, I know my husband. Hey. Now he open mouth they talk yahoo. In case now don't know this Akpabio, I want show now one video now. In case we don't know this Akpabio, I want cut somewhere from that revelation where that woman talk, where she give. I want cut and give and so that when I go know truly who be this Akpabio. Help me watch this video.
At the nightclub incident, I believe that was not a slip of tongue. That was not a slip of tongue. He has a number of times told me that there are various ways we can have fun. If we travel, he has a way of making the whole the house, the space. He can basically create a party in the space. Do you understand? Like a nightclub in the space and would have fun and all of that. So that nightclub incident statement was not a mistake. It was more like out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speak it. But let me say this. The day before please, Rufai, let me laugh.
Go ahead,
Let me speak.
Please go ahead.
If you don't want me to speak, I'll walk out and complete this on my Facebook, please.
Please go ahead. We're
Natasha.
trying to manage time, Senator, but go ahead and finish it quickly. We're trying to manage time, but please go ahead.
The night, or should I say that morning, early hours of the morning that he apologized, which was 23rd of July, 2024. That was the morning he apologized. So the night I have it printed here. I have the screenshots of the phone call. It was 14 minutes past midnight when my phone rang. The leader of the House called me, Senator Michael Bamidele Okpeyemi called me, and he said, Senator, how are you? I said, I'm fine. He said, in the wake of all of this rancor, if the Senate President goes down, I will go down too. And I said, what do you mean, sir? At that point, I woke my husband up because he had fallen asleep before me. I said, are you calling me to threaten me? I could hear murmurs from the Senate President. I could hear the Senate President's voice at the background because I could tell he was on speakerphone. He said, no, I'm just telling you that, there's a whole lot of attack on the Senate President, and if things go down, if he resigns or something happens, I should know that I'm going to be held responsible and I also go down. At that point, I started shouting. I was like, you can't call me at midnight and threaten me, sir. You can't do this. And mind you, I was actually surprised because the leader of the House is someone I respect greatly. He's a very good friend. He's a very calm person. And I believe, I'm saying it, that if he actually made those statements, he probably was told to do so. So I dropped the line. And then I dropped the line. The first conversation was just 2 minutes, 33 seconds. Then my phone rang again at 26 minutes past midnight, that same day. And then it was the same call, Senator Okpeyemi's line, but then it was the Senate President's voice. He said, Princess of the Senate. That's how he calls me casually. I've been attacked. My wife has not slept for days. She's been crying. She's received lots of insults, all because of you. I said, no, sir, it's not because of me. It's because of you. I didn't force you to order that statement. And I did not call on the support I received from Nigerian women. So don't blame it on me. He said, no, he's telling me this because the Dane of Agbo, I think he's a king in Agbo in Delta State. So the Dane of Agbo spoke with him and told him that that's the Senate President, was the most hated politician in Nigeria at that point. Mind you, that was a few days to the protest. There was this end bad governance protest on the 1st of August, and this incident happened like a week before. So he said the Dane of Akbar told him, Mr. Senate President, you know your rating is all low. You're one of the worst. You're one of the most hated politicians now. So I would advise. He said the Dane of Akbar advised the Senate President to leave Abuja because if he is caught in the middle of the protest, he could be attacked by the Nigerians. I said, so why are you telling me this, sir? He said he's telling me because he found it insulting that the Dane of Akbar would tell him to leave, to run away, to leave Abuja. And that he's telling me, so Natasha, I'm telling you, go and tell them that if anybody over the age of 20 approaches me during the protest, I will what was the word? Hold on. I will take that person down. The Senate President told me over the phone that based on the advice that the Dane of Akbar gave him, that he should leave Abuja in the wake of the protest so that he will not be caught and probably will not be approached or attacked by the youth. He said, Natasha, I have the capacity, I'm number 3 citizen. If anybody over the age of 20 dares to confront me, I will take that person down. That person should dare me with his life. I said, at that point, I started shouting. I now told my husband, he didn't know the phone was on speakerphone all the while because I'd woken my husband up from the first speaker. I was like, my love, can you hear what he's telling me? This is exactly what he does. At that point, when he knew, he was like, is your husband there? Oh, yeah. I said, yes, sir, my husband is here. And he heard everything. He then told me to pass the phone to my husband. And you know what he said? Immediately, he changed his tone. He was like, oh, Alema, I have a slot for you. For an appointment from Delta State, why don't you bring a nominee? And I took the phone back. I shouted at the Senate President. I said, you can't pacify us. You can't threaten me on one side and then pacify me. Sir, I'm aware, even though the conversations took place by WhatsApp, I know that the DSS and the NSS office, they have the tools to extract these phone calls. And I'm going to publish yes, sir.
You see, that is Akpabio. The woman talks, say one king, he call him. You hear him, you don't hear him. See, as this, I remember our August 1st protest now, and bad governance in Nigeria. See, as this protest they go on, you should know that you are the most hated politician in this country because you don't get sense. Avoid this protest. You hear what Akpabio answer. You say, say they don't burn anybody, make you block him. Say you don't pass 18, you come block him. Say he will send you to the grave beyond. And what did that threat mean now? He will unleash hell on you. Hey. Now why you come out, you come tell us that I say, make the protest, I will be eaten. Every way that guy don't talk, not be by coincidence. You know why he talk him. Something prompted him to say it. Look at it, look at the kind of man. See, you see him, he say anybody will block him. So he will unleash hell on the person. The people that you're reeling over, you are claiming you are the number 3 man, you're number 3 man in the country. Now, your people you won't unleash hell on. What is their crime? For demanding for good governance. That is the kind of people or person that some people are coming out and defending, saying, Natasha lied. I repeat it again. If your papa follow for people who talk, that's it. That person is. You don't have a father. You're the fatherless. Submit yourself to investigation. You refuse. You dey say people, your wife don't talk. This one, come, you open your mouth, talk now. Talk. Or to be very simple, go to something like Tiaba. That Akwa shrine with Tiaba. Go there and swear that what this woman said. Go there, go swear. Go chop the deity. Say, what did that woman talk in her life? Knows whether you go live the next 1 second. In our mad. Fair.
For over a decade, this has been the birthplace of innovation. Innoson Vehicles is a testament to resilience, employing international best practices to create more than just a car. Every vehicle here tells a story of durability, fuel economy and safety. Crafted with the African spirit, the Nigerian heart. These vehicles surrounding me embody the unique concept of regionalization, each one designed to cater to the tastes and preferences of our people. From the streets in Nigeria to the terrains of the Sahara, these vehicles are designed for our roads, for our people. This is more than a vehicle. It's a symbol of our progress, our resilience, our collective success story. Your feedback drives us to continuously innovate and improve. Innoson Vehicle, the pride of African roads.